Hi, guys. Welcome to the Men's Ministry Leadership Tip. Suppose you are a men's ministry leader or want to become one. In that case, you have this one thing in common: a passion for seeing other men flourishing and growing in their walk with Jesus. Still, you often don't know what to do or how to go about it. So, this leadership tip is taken from the podcast conversation with Pastor David Wells from Harvest City Church in Regina, Canada. Pastor Dave has led and walked with men pretty much his whole ministry life, having a tremendous impact in their lives and consequently in the life of the church he's pastored for over 25 years. To this day, he still says that his weekly meetings with men are the most important meeting of his week. In this tip, Pastor Dave talks about how he started meeting with men, what the focus is during these meetings, the fruit of these meetings in their lives, and the impact of these meetings in the church and in the community. Check out this tip.
Yeah, I think when we first started doing it was just, guys coming together to study the word together and pray. But then as we started going along, they were getting more and more excited about their relationship with Jesus and more serious about their relationship with Jesus. And they wanted to be involved. They wanted to get involved in something meaningful in terms of serving, giving, ministry. And so out of it started coming ministries. They all of a sudden they began to catch a vision for reaching out to other men, and not just even men, but just reaching out, into the world. And so a group of them decided they wanted to start ministering in the prison. So they got connected with a ministry, and they started going to the prisons and holding Bible studies and teaching men in prison the Bible. Some of the same stuff that they were learning from me. And then they actually formed a ministry, which they call Exodus. And then they started catching a vision for helping guys that got out of prison, helping them find a job, helping them find a place to live. They started getting involved in that. And then a bunch of guys then decided, well, we want to help men deal with the whole issues of pornography and that whole area of strongholds. And so they got involved in the Conquer series and started teaching men how to do that. And then they started getting involved in other aspects of service. One guy decided, he lived in the Corps. He was fairly newly saved, pretty rough around the edges kind of guy, not educated in any way, just a guy who had been seriously addicted to drugs. And he was living in one of the most difficult parts of our city. And he discovered that in his back lane, that there was literally a highway of people going back and forth down his back lane. It just happened to be on a route that there was just a lot of human traffic. And so he opened up his garage and decided he wanted to start feeding these people and start reaching out to them with the gospel. So thought, I'll give him a hot dog and I'll give him a tractor. I'll talk to him about Jesus. And so he went so far as to go into the city and taking a course on how to prepare food. And so he could meet the laws of our city in terms of being able to give people hot dogs.
Okay.
And then he got in one of the other guys in the group. One of the guys said, hey, I want to help you. And so every Saturday afternoon, they would be down there handing out hot dogs and talking to people about Jesus and giving them tracts and praying for some of these guys. And that's still going on. And then just recently, we got a hold of a building down in the main part of our city, in the core of our city. We got a hold of a building, and these guys are taking over this building, and they're going to use it for discipleship meetings and meeting with guys and doing some of their ministries out of this building. And it just keeps growing. And the interesting thing is, I'm still leading the Bible study that we do on Wednesday mornings and Thursday mornings. I didn't initiate any of these other things. They initiated it. So it just kind of came out of it.